Oh, see, I have no, like, ego around my gaming skills because I know I'm not a particularly skilled gamer. So that means that I am not really embarrassed by not being a particularly skilled gamer because I have never tried to, like, be one or I guess act like I am one or whatever. So instead, I just get to feel good when I actually do stuff well. Or at least when I at the very least look like I do stuff well. Like kicking the asses of those that swarm of beasts when we blew up the door last stream. Um that was surprising, kind of satisfying. Probably way honestly, given that I didn't really pause that many times, I don't think. Um way more to do with the current level I'm at, I think, than and the game balancing than my actual skills. But it still felt good, you know. Have to know exactly what to do. Dodge grenades, need immunity to mind effects so he can't stun you with sniper shot. Need shields to eat his blaster because Bendark melee fucks you up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, the VOD's on the channel. I could be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure the first time the reason he one-shot me was because I accidentally let him get in melee range. I should steal your friend's slogan? What's your friend's slogan? I will come back to you, Hellborn.
So you are the visiting Jedi. You aren't much to look at. Are you here to observe, or do you seek to prove yourself in the battle circle? A few. No fights to the death. Other parts of our training weed out the weak among us, but that isn't the function of the battle circle. There are individual rules for each fight. The warrior with greater honor determines those, which in your case means any Mandalorian makes the rules.
Takes practice. Hey, son. Takes practice to get good at gaming. Believes that you'll get better at gaming. Honestly, good is entirely subjective also. Like, for example, we were talking, was it last week? That we were talking about how terrible I am at shooters. Especially first-person shooters. Horrendous. Horrible. I get jump scared by everything, and I end up just spam clicking and hoping for the best. It's the spray and pray tactic, except it's less of a tactic and more of a knee-jerk reaction. But like, being good at those kinds of games is what a lot of people consider good at gaming. You know, I'm gonna move over here real quick while we're talking about this, because good grief, those swords are distracting. That's what a lot of people would consider good at gaming. But if you think about it, what counts as good kind of depends on what you value out of the game. In the case of RPGs anyway. Obviously, first-person shooter, you kind of have to be good at the shooting part in order to be good at it. But like with RPGs, you don't necessarily have to be good at the real-time combat stuff. You could be good at strategy instead. You could be good at like min-maxing your character. Could make up for really sucking, honestly, in a lot of games. Just having like really good being really good at like comparing different abilities and like planning out how they'll all work together eventually, sort of thing, could definitely make up for lack of like real-time combat skills or whatever. Tumblr says, I don't play them good, I don't play them bad, I play all games the same. Play the games all the same, yep. Sun says, you had the strongest character on a stream of KOTOR 1 I've seen. You've watched a few friends over the years. I think you mentioned that before. It still surprises me, but cool. Are you saying that being good at any one game counts as being, like, quote unquote, good at gaming? Is that what you mean? I mean, seems fair to me.
So the Jedi Order isn't completely dead. You always had hidden strengths. Very hard for even the wisest Mandalore to judge and predict. I have studied much of the Jedi since our defeat. I would be honored to cross blades with you in the battle circle.
Exactly, formation. And those are the kind of games I tend to be better at. Is games where I can learn how things work, and then I know how to do the things, as opposed to like games that would require practice, like muscle memory type stuff. Tend to be very bad at those. And also, part of it is that I don't really care. Like, I've never tried to get good because they just don't interest me that much, I guess. I've seen people get demoralized at the Starforge and not finish the game. Really? Huh. Oh, interesting. Did take me a couple of tries. But, huh. Because they were just under-leveled, or because they didn't figure out, like, the strategy, like, the how to actually win? Or just because they didn't have the right skills? I mean, if I hadn't had Force Lightning, I probably would have been pretty screwed, to be fair. People who are good at RPGs have good problem-solving skills. Enjoy exploration. Applies to me. People who are bad at RPGs rush through them. Yeah. I'd say it's really hard to be bad at an RPG. I feel like the people who are bad at RPGs are... It's not even being bad at the game. I was going to say the people who rush through it just so that they can say they played it, and then criticize it without having actually, like, engaged with any of the actual, like, world building or lore or anything like that, you know? Stims are the answer all against stat builds. People who don't like to read. That's fair, but also there are some RPGs where you can, like, the combat is designed to where you can enjoy the game even if you skip all the lore. You know? Of course, now that I'm trying, I can't think of one off the top of my head. I'm sure they exist, though.